Hey, logging in really early today before my day gets started because think I discovered something. Um, so yesterday I ate. It's day 10, and yesterday I ate chicken and um, chicken in the morning, beef, ground beef in chili for lunch, and then at dinner I had some more chicken, rotisserie chicken. Um, I felt fine during the day. In the evening, when I went to bed, after I went to bed, I started to have like massive bloat in my stomach. And I realized that every time I laid down, it would build and build and build. And then when I stood up, I would like get these burps that just erupted out of me, and the bloating would go down a little bit. That happened several times through the night. No heartburn, no nausea, just severe bloating that would release if I not just sat up, but like stood up. And the minute I did like this, the moment I was standing up on my feet, the burps would erupt. They were coming from really low in my stomach, and they began like churning cramps, and then the bloat would happen, and the bloat would grow fairly quickly. But it was the middle of the night, I was tired, so I would try to sleep, and then when it would get to a point, I guess, that it would wake me up, it would be too much. I would sit up, and then I would stand up, and then the burps would come out of me. The bloating would subside. And then this morning I had diarrhea again, just like the other time on the weekend. Had diarrhea. It started from really early in the morning. I want to say around 4 a.m. At a certain point, the bloating had stopped, and then I guess it felt like I needed to get up and go to the bathroom, and that's when the runs started, and they have been going pretty constantly until I felt empty. This is so gross, and I apologize for all this TMI, but hey, I'm explaining health stuff about what's happening to my body and my gastric system, so it's gonna be TMI often. Um, when you get the runs, and you go and basically, like, until there's nothing left in you, and you have that feeling, you feel like, oh my god, there's nothing left inside me to come out. That's kind of what happened to me this morning, and that's what happened on the weekend when I was afraid, like, the balloon had burst, something happened, I don't have it anymore. So it seems, and by it seems I mean that I am observing two things happening, and I'm assuming that one is the cause and one is the effect. I could be totally wrong, but what it seems right now is that when I eat protein, I get diarrhea hours later. I get bloating and diarrhea hours later. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's cause and effect, or if those just happen to be coincidences, um, and the timing's totally irrelevant. Um, but that is what happened the last time that I had the insane bloating, the crazy belches, and the diarrhea the next day. It was the first day that I ate fish, and then yesterday, same thing. When I drink protein, when I have my where's the protein drinks over there? When I drink protein, when I stay on the liquids, even when I'm eating um, non-clear liquids, no problem. When I'm eating hummus and yogurt, no problem. When I was eating the mushy mushy broccoli, mushy mushy veg, no problem. But when I eat actual protein in meat form, it seems to sit in my stomach and create bloat, and then run through. I don't know if the balloon is the thing, or if that's how my body does it normally. I say that because I've never concentrated on having a protein diet. I'm a big carb eater, big time carb eater. So I usually, I mean, I would go days sometimes without having a protein in its natural state, because I don't eat meat that often. Even fish, I don't eat fish. I didn't eat fish that often. So my usual state was vegetables and carbs, pasta, bread, rice, and some kind of veg. That's how I ate. And so I wonder if maybe it has nothing to do with the balloon and my body's just going, oh, you are suddenly giving us a lot of protein in one day. We have to figure out how to manage that. Or if the balloon is causing it because it's blocking, and suddenly like these proteins have to get through my stomach past this thing, and my body's freaking out, and turning everything into a liquid to run through me. I don't know, but that's my observation. So that's what I wanted to come on here and just say this morning. I've been up for a while because I just needed to be up back and forth, as you can imagine, to the bathroom. But I think it's the protein. I don't. So the feeling of that bloated feeling, it's so uncomfortable that it wakes me up. So it's not pain, but it's high discomfort. And obviously diarrhea is not fun. So I think I have to rethink my protein plan. I still think it's smart to eat more protein, a lot more protein, and try to really get to my daily goal of protein. I don't know how I'm going to eat 100 grams of protein. I just don't know how that's ever going to happen. And there are a lot of other foods that have some protein that don't really sit with me well. I can't eat beans that well. Certain other things. I just have to go look at a list of what has protein in it that isn't going to upset my stomach and isn't going to be meat. So now that I think I know what causes that phenomenon, the severe bloating and then the diarrhea, I have to plan around that. So it means like I can eat meat, but then like I got to be careful, what my night is going to look like, and be prepared for that. And then the next morning too, because I could not sleep well last night. So I got to figure that out. But knowledge, now I think I know how this works. So today I'm thinking of going back to kind of softer, mushy, non-meat things and liquids. I wonder if it's going to be one of those like, 2 days of meat, 2 days not, or one day, not one day on, one day off, because I think that's almost like too fast interval. So I think I need maybe 2 days where I'm going to eat meat, and then a day or 2 or 3 where I don't. It is going to mean that I'm going to have to really eat a ton of meat to get all of my protein, or find another way. I hate just drinking protein drinks all day. That's not the way. I prefer to get the protein, any kind of nutrients from the actual foods versus powders and processed synthetic things. Anyway, I just came here to sort of document that. It's 7:00 in the morning, so now I've got to kind of get dressed and get ready for work. But there it is. Yeah. So here's the funny thing. So I Googled thinking, oh, this is a phenomenon probably happening to everybody with a balloon, or maybe it's natural that people get the runs from diarrhea, from heavy protein diets. Actually, it's the opposite. This is the rare case. It turns out what's really common when you eat a lot of meat, a lot of protein in general every day, is you get constipated. So, but this balloon, lots of rare things can happen. I guess what am I trying to say? I've encountered a few different videos of people talking about their experience with this balloon, and they were the rare case. Like, the guy whose balloon fell out halfway through, and he kind of knew but wasn't sure, so he kept going and lost a ton of weight, but like his balloon popped, and they say that's super rare. People were talking about having, being so incredibly constipated almost the entire time, and me not having any problems. I have not, by the way, the prune juice that I had been adding in the very beginning, haven't added that. I even last night, I forgot to drink some. I was going to drink some. I forgot to drink the prune juice. So I'm not even, I'm not sure that I was having the constipation problem before when I drank the prune juice. Obviously, I wasn't having the constipation problem, and I'm definitely not having the constipation problem now when I'm eating protein and it's doing this to me. So there it is. We'll see. This is day 11. 11 days since the insertion of the Aurobera 6-month balloon. And here we are. By the way, I got on the scale today. I know I said I would it, but I got on the scale today. Same. 218 pounds. Same. I'm not going to be irritated, but I'm actively trying not to be irritated. It bothers me, and I'm trying not to let it bother me, because intellectually I know what the physician's assistant told me about waiting, about the fact that the weight is coming off in different ways in different places before I'm going to see it on the scale, and to give it a couple of weeks. But I want to be irritated, and I have to pull that back. But that's what's underneath it. Okay. If something different happens later today, I will talk about it. Otherwise, I will see you on day 12. Bye.